Welcome back to the workshop, the GSM workshop. Just an update on the project, actually the Volkswagen bus project I'm working on. It's going well, some setbacks here and there, but heck, is there a lot of rust to cut out. As I cut more into it or take more panels off, I'm discovering more rust. Anyway, let's have a look at what we're doing and we'll take it from there. Let me turn the camera around and I'll show you around the bus. So the first things is the rocker panel. As you can see, is non-existent right now. I have cut it out. Like I said, as I'm cutting into it, I'm discovering more bits and pieces. I'll clean it out in a minute. So there's no rocker panel on here at all right now. I do have all new ones. But I wanted to show you underneath here as well. So yeah, rocker panel goes right up into here, attaches underneath, and it goes all the way along. And then there's a mid section that pops in, very much like an MGB. I do a lot of MGB sills. Then there's an outer curved section that goes on. I do have those sections. I just somewhere up amongst that pile of body sections. So let's have a look underneath. So I got a little bit sidetracked, and let's get down here so I can show you. There was a belly pan. You see, somebody welded on these big angle iron brackets. So I just angle this up a bit more. Oops, sorry about that. Here, so somebody welded on these angle iron brackets here and down here. And there's actually another one further forward, and there was a like a belly pan underneath here, homemade one, made out of, I'll show you that in a second, mate, just homemade with holes cutting in it. So I was kind of wanted to get that out of the way while I was working underneath here. As I was jacking the bus up, it's now jacked up higher at the back. But as I was looking underneath, I'll just, if I can angle this around and show you, going closer here, you see these straps dangling here. That was holding up something I'll show you in a second. It was kind of bugging me what it was, so I got that out and I started exploring the rest of the rust underneath here. There we go. So this is part of the old the heating system, which is pretty rotten. Doesn't look too bad there at the moment, but yeah, that one is, the rest of it is pretty nasty. So I'm going to be taking this out. Parts are basically for it unattainable, so we'll look underneath the rest of it here. You see a lot of surface rust. Oh yeah, this section here, I'm going to have to replace this section out, totally out. I've got that on order from CIP1, where I get a lot of my parts from. I can see brake lines will need replacing, a lot of surface rust, and if I can show this, hang on, let me angle you around a bit more, bear with me. Come on baby, get up here, there we go. And you can see somebody put in, up here, there's a pop can with a pipe clamp around it, and they've basically bypassed the, or took out the heating system bit that goes in there. Yeah, actually there's a couple, there's another one here. Yeah, you can just see the green one, there's another one there. Kind of interesting setup. So I'm pretty much convinced myself to replace a heating system, so I might be cutting out because it's so rotten, and I can't get parts. So I'll just leave it at that. And if I can cut out this bit here and get out over the axle, that'll be good. Then I can. And I got an idea of putting a diesel heater in here. Anyway, that's enough for the underside. Let's get you out on here. Bear with me. Lying on my back. Oh, and the camera's moving. So, let me Okay, so that was underneath. Inside here now, apart from being a storage for all my parts, this is the sill section. That's the if you like, the inner one, which goes in down underneath here. Because that's the other thing is, I had to cut away a section of this to get all the old section out. And I can just put a plate across here later on to do that. That's fairly easy. I'm now taking the seat out. Gives a bit more room in here. So that was easy to take out. That was only it's actually two sections of this. There was a bolt down here which actually broke off, and there's another bolt over there with a like a U-clamp holding it in. Yeah, here we are. Here's the like the clamps that hold the seat base in. That came out. Then to take out the back was quite easy. It was just this bolt here, and the same on the other side. Took those out, which also was seatbelt anchoring as well. So that came out and pulled the seat out. So now I can get in here and clean this up. Gives me a bit more room to work on. I wanted to get down into this section here to finish off this rust repair down along here. So it's all good. You've seen this part already. I've got out the rear section. Round the back. Gets kind of interesting now. Let me sit down on my stool if I can. There we go. So this was, I think I mentioned before, this is damaged, and I did make a mistake. I admit this. I welded a plate in before I knew what I was doing. Here it is on the floor. I put this in to do like a repair section, and it was in the way. So I actually took it off, which is a shame. I did some quite good welds on there. So now what I've done now is I got a bit fed up. I've been getting skagged by what I left here, what I cut out. I think a previous video I showed you it was really rusty inside. So what I've done is I've got a new section, new rear valance in here. Right now I've only got Clecos holding it in, and if you don't know what Clecos are, look at my previous videos on the Ford Mustang. I got a demonstration of those, and I got this new section in, trying to keep as much as possible of this curved section, which I can't get. So this is okay. I can make a plate up to go across here, which will be all welded in later on when I'm happy this fit is correct. And the same on the other side too. Again, you see a Cleco holding up the intersection to this. Then I can make up a new curved section to go around this bit here. Then I put a plate across here, and also going to be a plate. If I can turn the light on, I might show it a little bit clearer. Let's put, there we go. I can put a new plate in here as well. So that's done. So yeah, this rear valance is two sections. So you can see the grey and the black, and I can just pull this slightly. This will be welded on first, then I'll weld this on afterwards. Once I'm happy with my clearance, I come back clearance with the cover here. Now I shall probably put the cover back on. I do have a strip screw up in here, I believe. Yep. I'll be taking that out. That's really it so far. As you can see on the floor, there's lots of rust. You can see in the distance the connectors for the heating system. So there's an awful amount of rust, so I don't think I can really salvage it, which is a bit of a shame, but that's the way it is, I'm afraid. You can see down there, yeah, you can see bits and pieces down in there. Excuse the mess of the engine, but there's the engine. So it's out. This is this rear corner section. That'll go on later on when I'm happy with all this. And in my hands behind me, I have a new battery which will go in here underneath here when I've cut out all the bits and pieces, and I can get that welded in and fitted. So that'll be a good step forward. So I think what I'm doing right now is I'm concentrating on this rear corner. I'm going to try and get this rear corner finished off in here and tidy up this engine bay and get it washed down. So that's my goal. I can work around, get the sills in. And the other thing that's been kind of interesting now, when I first got this, I wanted to paint it orange and white, which is kind of typical. Now I'm looking in, like in the back, it was originally red. Now I'm not, I think I can do red as well. So kind of like red as a color for the bus, and it's going to be original. So I may go for a red color now. So okay, I wanted to show you the belly pan that was underneath, which like I said, I took out. And it's homemade. It's been flame. Let's get you out of the sun here, eh? Alright, that's better. So these were obviously flame cut out, and it's about, I don't know, 1/8 sheet steel. Strong, good protection, I guess, on here. So I won't be replacing this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be putting in a probably like just a simple, maybe an aluminum or aluminium panel to go underneath there. Then the next thing, what I showed you, what I didn't show you, was this part here. This is a gas heater, which I believe was an optional equipment for this. And there, this is like an auxiliary blower. And you've got this gas heater, which looks like it'd be in good condition. Which is a shame that the rest of this system is in good condition, because I might consider using it. It's all complete. I don't know much about it. I'll put in the description what it's actually called. Somebody told me it's like a Ebersbacher or something like that. Anyway, this I believe is the ignition system for it. It's like a spark, and actually I think it even looks like a spark plug in there. So anyway, I won't be using this. I'll sell this part on here. So that's that. Anyway, let me turn you around and I'll give you a summary. Thank you for watching this episode. A lot of work done, a lot of work to go. That's an awful lot of work to go, but it's getting there slowly. So I do have a plan with my timeline on it. I may be getting behind on that. But anyway, thank you for watching so far. Please like and subscribe. More videos to come of this and the other cars I'm working on as well. So thank you for watching so far. We'll see you soon in the next episode. Bye for now.